Hi you guys, and welcome back to Bookmas. I believe it is Bookmas Day 8 today. No, Bookmas Day 9. It's Day 8 or Day 9. I don't know what day of Bookmas it is, but I'm here to bring you guys my honorable mentions of 2017. So the first book that I want to talk about is one that I gave 5 stars to, and that is After by Amy Effa. This book follows the trial of a girl who threw her baby into the dumpster. This book is a contemporary, and the characters in this book I felt were very... The reason that this did not make my top 12 was because I felt that the characters in this book lacked a little bit of depth, but the story itself was still wonderful. If you guys are looking for like a great contemporary read where you're not going to get too attached to the characters, this is a really good one. The story itself is very touching and I absolutely adored this book. The second book that I have is Me and Earl and the Dying Girl by Jesse Andrews, and this book follows Greg and his friend Earl as they make movies, and basically this book leads up to them making the worst movie ever. And they make this bad movie, the worst movie ever, for a girl who is dying. And they're kind of all friends, but they also kind of all aren't friends in the fact that they don't really necessarily all get along, but they kind of all meet each other, and I thought that this was a really great, very touching book. And so Greg wants to be this filmmaker and he writes like these screenplays, but their movies are just not what they want them to be. And so this book shows a lot of character development and character growth, which I actually really loved in this story, was watching the characters develop throughout. And I also loved the formatting because Greg does tell this story through many different formats. He does use screenplays and like conversations, and just generally the formatting in this book was really, really cool. This is a really fast read. I think I read it in like a day. I gave it 4 stars because it did make me cry. The third book is one that I gave 5 stars to, and that is Golden by Melissa De La Cruz, and this is in the Heart of Dread series. This is book 3. It's the conclusion. This book, honestly, is just so good. This whole series is just really good. This is what made me... this was the first Melissa De La Cruz series that I picked up, and I now have so much Melissa De La Cruz on my TBR, and I've read a bunch of Melissa De La Cruz now, and this book is what got me into that. This book follows Nat, who is on a quest to find the blue, which is this, basically the world is in a post-apocalyptic state of being, and everything is snow and ice, and the Nat is looking for the blue, which is the this magical land where it's basically always summer and everything is good and it's not a post-apocalyptic world, and she goes on this quest to kind of fix the world and bring back the blue to everywhere and the whole world. And this book is just so great, and there's the cast of characters in this book are just so fantastic and absolutely great characters. The covers are fantastic on these books, and this whole series I gave, I think, 5 stars to. Absolutely amazing series. If you've not picked up The Heart of Dread, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Be on your TBR for 2018. The fourth book that absolutely had to be an honorable mention on this list is The Forgetting by Sharon Cameron. I actually listened to this one as an audiobook, so I don't have the physical book with me, so I'm going to insert a picture of the cover for you guys. This book follows the story of Nadia, the dyer's daughter, and she lives in a world where everyone forgets everything they ever knew every 12 years. And the thing about Nadia is that she has never forgotten. So she knows exactly who she is and all of the people who have ever wronged her, and that she was not always the dyer's daughter. She was originally someone else's daughter, but during the forgetting someone switched her with someone else's daughter, and so now she wants to find a way to kind of fix everything. And in the story everyone has a book and they write in it to kind of remind themselves of everything that they want to remember. And so forgetting things is really easy when it gets close to forgetting, is people will just do things that they wouldn't normally do just because it's so close and no one is going to remember that they did it, because all they have to do is just not write it down and it's forgotten. And Nadia falls in love and she wants this boy to remember that who she is and that he loves her, and so she wants to kind of try to find a way to stop the forgetting, or at least help him remember. Right. And number 5, the last book on this list, is one that I gave 4 stars to, and that is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. This book is a really, really good story, and it's really, really well written. So this book follows Monty and Percy and Felicity on their journey across Europe, and first they're going on this grand tour of Europe, but then they end up getting sidetracked by pirates. Not pirates, what are they called? Well, there are pirates, but that's not the first thing that happens. I can't remember what they're called. But they get sidetracked because Monty steals something, and it sends them on this whole adventure, and there's this great love story between Percy and Monty, and everything that happens in the story is just really, really great. I gave it 5 stars, or 4 stars, because I didn't quite find it to be as great as everyone hyped it up to be, so that's why I gave it 4 stars instead of 5 stars. I still really enjoyed it, I just did not feel that, for me, it was the same 5 stars that everyone else was giving it, so I did end up giving it 4 stars. I think maybe I gave it 4.5 stars. I can't remember. I do have a review of it, which will be linked down below, if you guys want to check that out. So thank you guys for checking out my honorable mentions of 2017. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have 2 more videos. My top 12 of 2017 coming, and those are going to be on Christmas Eve and Christmas. I hope you guys will check those ones out and let me know what your top 12 are, or even just your top books if you have more than 12 or less than 12 or whatever you have, or some honorable mentions down in the comments. Until next time, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!